This is something that I want you all to learn. Blackout. Yeah, I noticed none of you do any blackout. Like just as well, the projector is on high. If it's low, you will see the thing you'll be blocking. Right? So always remember, when you don't need the slide, you black out, so that it's not too tiring on the eyes. And you know how to do blackout, one of them, besides your control?
Yes.
The last button.
E is on again. E is on again. Okay, button B, blackout. Okay? Learn something today?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Well, first of all, I want to welcome all of you to this evaluation or assessment session. And I would like to thank our now region chair, Lloyd, for organizing this session for this 2.5 hours. Well, you all have half an hour, I have 2.5 hours. My mind is very tired now. You see, because I got to concentrate. But all of you have done pretty well. Besides, before I move on, I want to welcome GLT, this regional coordinator, welcome to our session. Thank you for coming. And also our Lion Sam, our photographer who volunteered to come and do a video on each session that you all have presented. Because it's very important. What we have shared, what we have learned, then you take home and then you can recall which area or how you can improve further. Right? Because you see, the thing is, why we have Lions training and why we want to have more Lions trainers. I mean, the main reason is because we want more effective Lions trainers. Not anybody can do training, you know. Right? You see, anyway, I come out and say a few words, blah blah blah. You are conducting a Lions training. But how effective? What have the audience got to take home? They come here, sit down for 1.5, 2 hours, 3 hours, go home, they are blank. They have learned nothing from you. But they have attended so-called training. Oh, I have attended the Certified Guiding Lions training class. Oh, very good, you know. Then after that, after the name, Lion, so and so, CGL. Wow, so now you got one title next to you already. Then after that, you're going to attend another what class? The RLI, you know, 3 days, 4 nights, or whatever, 3 nights, 4 days. RLI, wow, another qualification next to your Lion's name. But then what have you learned? Could be zero, right? Could be both ways, you know. It could be the trainer is not effective. You have not learned anything. The trainer does not interact with the audience, right? As a result, the audience don't know anything, have not learned anything at the end of the day, and there was no interactive interaction in the sense whether to see whether actually you understand what I'm talking about. You know, what I have explained earlier, the key areas, the key points about how to conduct effective meeting. Do you understand? Can you tell me what are the 3 main key areas that I just explained, right? About how to conduct effective meeting, do you know? So there was no valuation or expectation of the audience and also the trainer. What is the thing that I want to convey, to communicate to you so that you can take home and effectively apply what you've learned? Nothing. So the fool also don't know. The trainer also doesn't ask whether the audience understand what you want the audience to take home at the end of the day. So you have already qualified RLI, or you already qualified as a certified guiding lion. But then when you put into real world, you don't know what certified guiding lion is all about. Correct? So our objective, LCI, is to develop more effective Lions trainers. And this is very important to us. Because if we don't have effective Lions trainers, and we can be chasing out or or discouraging lions to attend training, lions training. I don't want to waste my time. I remember I traveled so far, to Johor or to wherever, took leave, traveling, hotel and everything, and then I found that I wasted my time. So we have to be very careful, because then you give bad testimony, and then after that they say, I don't attend anymore, because you were all the same. That's why sometimes it is very important as a trainer, you guys going to be future trainers, right? You've got to be committed. You've got to learn and you've got to improve your skills, your techniques all the time, right? You see, evaluation is a very important component for all participants as much as for trainers. Because we need feedback. If you don't have feedback, how do I know? For example, you don't give feedback to give your evaluation feedback, the trainer will not know whether the curriculum is good or not. Is that what you want or not? Some trainer just open the book, blah blah blah, all the way, but that's not what the audience wants. You're telling something that is so fundamental. Then the audience will think that I wasted my time, I shouldn't have attended. Partly because the trainer is not sensitive to the needs of the participants, right? And the trainer needs the feedback from the audience so that you know whether they are effective or not. So if, for example, you give a feedback on, say, Dr. Vida, you do an evaluation on his session, then you give feedback on the conduct of the training is very good, right? The slides, the information, the content is very good, or maybe certain things that we speak too fast. I can catch up certain points. So all this feedback will go to him. Then you see, next time I'm going to speak to him. For example, I think our dear lady here is speaking a bit too fast, right? Right? She seems to be rushing, to finish the topic, right? And also Henry also. That's why he finished in 15 minutes. But whether the audience register or understand of following what you're trying to say, you have really lost the audience. So when you lost the audience will be playing with the handphone. I noticed some of you playing with the phone, right? And worse still is somebody also playing with the laptop. So that means it's not with you. So when you are a trainer, you see your eye contact very important. You see certain audience is really floating somewhere, really thinking about going for a show or thinking about the girlfriend and all that. You're gonna say, hey, Johnny, how are you? What do you think about this? Straight away you get his attention already. Right? Without offending him or her. Politely. Right? Because you gotta engage with the audience. If you lose the audience, then you're gone already. Then there's nothing for them to take home. Then in a way you are also not an effective trainer already. Because your objective is you got to be fair to the audience. They might have traveled a long way, and today is a working day, They come and listen to you, what you have to give, right? Then you have to be responsible to them because they have sacrificed time and money and whatever to come here. So you don't prepare, just like I like Dr. Victor's example of having a date with a girlfriend, So imagine you don't shower, you're so smelly and all that, and you go and date your girlfriend. The girlfriend next time you say, hey, darling, can we have a date tonight? No, seashore. Then you remember, the last time you were together, you were so smelly, your body odor is so terrible. Now I want to seashore with you. Because you did not plan and prepare for the date. Dr. Winter, your presentation, I like you very much. Because you go down to the lower level and touch base with the real situation, real scenario. You see, the thing is, one of the effective way the trainer is to storytelling. Storytelling is very good and very effective because you know why? People remember. Now when you think about how to conduct effective meeting, you think about the girlfriend story, right? And what we need to do when you want to have a date with your girlfriend, right? So this is a very basic thing, but it relates to a story. Then there is something to take home. So I'm sure 5 of you who have shared your various topics, I'm sure that some of you have learned something today also. Even though it's not really a training. But also remember, when you want to select a topic, as a trainer, you have to be very careful. If you are not very familiar with the topic, and you select the topic, then you ask for trouble already, then you have played with danger water. Because you lack of confidence already. I'm not very sure already. And you just want to rush it through. And then say, I finished already. Oh, good, cow team. Then again, you're not effective already. Right? And then here, if the topic is very complicated, it's very detailed, right? This is where planning comes in. You see, my lion, half an hour, I tell you, it's not possible to go and talk about my lion, If you see the objective that you want to achieve. So when you want to do so many things within such a short period of time, you're asking for trouble and hungry. Either you stretch on to 1 hour or you stretch on to only 15 minutes. Because you were worried you cannot finish. But then suddenly, hey, last slide already, 15 minutes, half an hour. Because you lost track of time. So perhaps maybe the topic you want to talk about is maybe say the objective is 6 points. But maybe because of time limitation, today I'm only going to talk about 3 points. Tomorrow you're going to come back for my part 2. But when you put the 6 points into one part, you are rushing already. And the audience is not engaging with you or not following what you're trying to tell them. So they go back blank. Too much to absorb. So my lion, I tell you, is not easy to train or to share your knowledge within 30 minutes. So this is where you're going to see it. So you ask yourself, if I want to share all this and tell all my audience, half an hour is enough now. I don't think it's enough. Right? So you only want to talk about key areas then. Now, interactive activity is very important for adults learning. You see, we are all adults, we are not school children, We are all leaders in the various professions. Right? I like Dato series interactive. The session is good. Your interaction is good. Right? And this is very important. Then you engage with the audience. Then they're following you, then they laugh with you. And you relax the audience. Some of you do the ice breaking is good. The part is very good. You did a very good ice breaking, Dr. Sri also ice breaking, not bad. That is important to start off, right? So that people will then integrate with you already. You with the audience with you, then you're one already. So when you integrate, things will become very easy. You don't want to be in a situation very tense, When people are very tense, they cannot absorb things, because they're so tense, And they're trying hard to catch up with you, worse you. And don't stay in one place all the time. Whole 1 hour in meeting is talk to over in one place. I think the audience will get bored. Move around. Right? Move around. Talk to individual audience. Again, engaging with you. Right? Ask for assurance or understanding. You need me to explain again? Did I get a point? Do I know? Open, close questions is very important. Engage with the audience. Because we are dealing with adults. This is adults learning, not in the school, teaching young kids. Different. Your visual aids Always remember, I don't know whether we all have learned during the EPO, I can't remember the session. Remember the sixes, right? See, like for example, you also know, you got a lot of pictures and all that, that's fine, it's good. Right? But not too many, right? But you must always think about the sixes. Some of the wording is too many. The audience cannot follow. You think people read so fast? No. By the time you want to read the thing halfway, whoop, another slide already. You lost them already. What we want is, you see, the purpose of the video is to give you academic key points. Possible, one line, not more than 6 words. And not more than 6 points in one slide. They call it the rule of sixes. Right? So this is important. And then your slides, don't have yellow, no. Possible white background. You see, yours is blue background. Blue background is very hard to read from a distance. More so if you have yellow words. You know, when you write on flip charts and everything, dark color. Don't use yellow especially. People cannot read one. Red is good, black is good, blue okay. Green also not so good, sometimes cannot read. So your slide, more importantly, it must be contrast. Right? And the font cannot be too small. Some of your slides, the font is so small, wow, the floor like have to, in the eyes to read. Big, clear color points. Because the visual aid is to guide you only, not for you to be your presentation, really. Because you're already prepared, You're already preparing for your girlfriend dating already, So it's in your head already, you must think how to go out and speak to your girlfriend or boyfriend, right? Before you go to the proposal part, so you got a plan, right? What happens if she said no? So things like this. Okay? So the visual is important. And what I want to say, a few things, passing through. Preparation before the session, right, is something that you need to manage before the session starts. Hey, why the aircon is off?
Okay.
Like you, for example, right? You see the problem before you start the session? Yeah. You should have tested it before the session starts. You too. You know that you want to play a video with sound system. Test it first. Not, hey, no sound, how come? Now only you tell people no sound. Correct or not? You didn't plan ahead already. So, you know that your session requires certain required things. Prepare, manage your sessions. Because people will look at you, Imagine people suddenly break for 15 minutes or 5 minutes, thinking try to work the sound, not so good. Shows they're not so professional, for example. So this one is important. Okay, some of your conclusions, your ending, I see some of you have conclusions very good. Always try to have a summary. Go through very quickly what you have gone through for the last half an hour. Just point areas. And then after that, ask for understanding. Right? And if possible, better still, you've got some key points. Okay, what are the 4 areas that I've discussed that is very important to the topic? You say about 1, not 2, okay. Then you say, the audience understand. You need some feedback, is it? You say you ended without a question. You didn't ask for question until Dato asked for question. So anyway, thank you already, Some people want to ask question. Question is very important. Right? It shows also people that whether they understand. Okay? Body language, I think Dato already body language is very good. Right? Even Doctor also your body language is good. Right? Because you see the thing is we want the audience to be comfortable with you, You know, when I sit down and look at Dr. Victor, I feel very comfortable with him. You know, his tone of voice is good, clear, right? He pauses once every now and then. He doesn't rush through, right? And then he relate with the audience, right? And he also very nicely dressed, smart, nice. You see, Henry, you stand up. Come stand in, please. Okay. Now, this is Henry attire. Can I have any feedback on him? Okay. Everything good? Perfect? No, I want frank, you know, the only way to learn is to be frank. Then we learn from one another. You happy with his attire? Any comments? Wow, I ain't go tie. Okay, very good. Come on, no feedback. All good. Rugged, huh? Maybe because he's young, rugged style, young.
He's going for K-pop training.
K-pop training, what else?
Shoestring.
Shoelace, not tight. Okay, what else?
Collar.
Collar, okay. Collar, not button. Okay, what else?
Tie.
The tie. You see the tie sometimes also do something like jutting out like that, you know. Sometimes it goes like that, you know, floating. Okay, continue. We are not trying to quiz, sorry, not happening, sorry. You see, again, it depends on the audience. If Henry is speaking to Leos, young fellas, right, you perfect. But you speak to people like Dr. Sri or Dr. Victor and all that, straight away in their mind, they don't respect you. When you don't respect your trainer, you don't concentrate anymore. Correct or not? So ice breaking is very important, no? First impression is very important, you know. If you lose that first impression, then it's very hard to build the confidence. Then the fella, even though you speak well, also the fella is really high. I think won't you know what I mean? I'm not referring to you, but I'm trying to say, you know, in general. So attire is very important. Cannot be slipshod. What sloppy. Cannot be sloppy. That's important. Okay. So your topic, for example, no, like today we're talking about, you know, conducting training on topic. Your topic is more like a briefing, right? It's a different situation. But what we want to hear is you are conducting a training to the audience, not briefing about why your exchange is all about. So you are in the wrong place, in the wrong, you know. But if the audience is all parents, or people who want to become host family, perfect. You know, you really know your area. You've gone through. You're very experienced. You've gone through all the pros and cons and all the, you know, So that one is fantastic. But so it's briefing, but it's not the training per se. Okay? So remember, choice of topic is very important. And you must choose a topic that you feel comfortable. You are very comfortable. I see, you know, you just gone through, you know, very easy because you've done it. You are very, you know, very confident, right? So choice of topic is very important, and you choose a certain topic. Like what I said, you better do your homework. Now you're going on a date. He really, I feel that he's dating us, you know. He was dating us, you know. We are the girlfriend, you know. And he was really dating us, you know. So I think you did very well, Doctor. I'm very, very impressed with that. Okay. Derek, your voice is a bit monotonous. Very, very, very nice to listen. So nice that you can fall asleep, you know. There's no different voice tone, no. Whereas Dato Siri, you wake you up, no. You cannot fall asleep because wow, suddenly, frighten me a bit. So, I think to make it more interesting, so you maybe have to improve on that, the tone, right? Who gave the, you gave the handouts, right? It's good. See, certain areas maybe too much to talk about, and you know that you don't have time. Circulate handouts is very good. Something people to take home. So handout is very good. I noticed you good handout. Flip chart not many people use, right? So it doesn't matter, not necessary. So okay. Timekeeping all very good. Entry is fantastic. Too, you know, there's a mini skirt, no? It cannot be too long, cannot be too short, no? So too long also no good, too short also no good. Too short become very sexy, but just short enough to what to, okay. Okay, that's about the general thing that I want to share with you guys. I will compile this whole thing, then I'll pass it to GLT.
No, the district.
District, okay, I'll pass that. Thank you, the evaluation and all that. But I must say, I must congratulate all of you. All of you have done pretty well. Of course, no one is perfect. There's no perfect trainers and all that. But important thing is some of the key areas that you could understand and could develop and improve from there. See, some people say, you know, I want to train, but no opportunity. Sometimes it could be both ways. No opportunity because those people attended the training and say you're supporting, they don't invite you anymore. Some trainers, they are so popular because they want to keep on inviting them. Then this club invite, then this zone invite, then this region invite. Sometimes you cross border, another district also invite. That means you are in the right track. So it works both ways, you know. So if you want to be a good, effective trainer, you can be passionate about training. There's no two ways about it. If you're passionate about training, you develop your skill, you put your effort into it, all of you have a very good potential to be good trainers. Especially at the Dato Siri, he's a guy, you know, he's some more bilingual, he's a big asset. He's a big asset to the district, you know. As long as he moves in the right direction, move when the off tangent, very a great asset. Only thing is the tendency to off tangent, but today I'm very happy. So you really, 28 minutes, fantastic, you know. Because it's well known to take 2 hours for half an hour, you know? But today it's very good. Congratulations and thank you, Dr. Sri. Very good.
After repeated reminders.
So anyway, thank you very much for your time and your efforts and all that. Congratulations to each and every one of you. So I pass it back to Loyla. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dato. Back with you.